In this video, we will demonstrate how to integrate Freshservice with Saner Platform. To integrate Freshservice with Saner Platform, you must first configure sync between Saner Platform and Freshservice. Log into the Saner Platform web console. Click the gear icon to access the control panel. Select the organization you want to work with. Click Freshservice under the Integration menu. The Integration Settings page appears on the right side. On this page, enter the Freshservice domain name and the Freshservice API key to authenticate to the domain. Click the Connect button. Once authenticated, all the accounts that are part of the selected organization are listed in the Accounts drop-down box. You can select the accounts that you want to be synced with Freshservice. In the Asset Sync drop-down box, specify the schedule for Asset Sync. You can choose between daily, weekly, or monthly. You can choose the Asset Sync to occur once or recurring. If you choose the schedule as once, you must specify the time at which the Asset Sync should occur in the Start Time box. However, if you choose the Asset Sync as recurring, specify the time interval at which you want the Asset Sync to occur. A CMDB, also known as Configuration Management Database, is a system used to store and manage information about an organization's IT assets and their interdependencies. During an asset sync between Freshservice and Saner Platform, configuration items discovered by Saner CVEM, such as laptops, workstations, network routers, and software assets like operating systems, are automatically updated in Freshservice's CMDB, ensuring it remains accurate and up to date. Specify a schedule for the change request sync. The available asset sync schedule options also apply to the change request sync schedule. In Freshservice, a change request is basically a formal way to propose any changes to your IT systems or services. It's part of the change management process, which helps make sure updates are planned properly and don't cause unnecessary risks or disruptions to the business. In the Group drop-down box, Saner Platform retrieves and lists all the groups from Freshservice. Similarly, in the Agent drop-down box, users who are part of the group in Freshservice are listed. You can choose a specific group and also a user who belongs to that group to whom the change request should be assigned to in Freshservice. This is a mandatory step. Click Save to save the configuration sync changes. Saner Platform initiates the asset sync. Once the asset sync completes, the change request sync starts. Once both asset and change request sync completes, change request is created in Freshservice for every vulnerable asset found on the device that is part of the account specified during the sync. Log into Freshservice. Click the Assets icon to view the inventory list. All the assets part of the selected account during the sync are listed here. Click the Changes icon to view all the unapproved changes created for the assets. Saner CVEM creates a change request for every vulnerability detected on the devices. Open a change request in Freshservice. By default, all the newly created changes in Freshservice are in a waiting approval state. In the Details section of the change request, you can find the asset name, the patch type, the vendor of the asset, the risks count, the associated CVEs, the number of hosts, and the host names of the devices on which the vulnerability exists, the account to which the device belongs to. The Change Request Details section also provides the name of the patch getting applied, the size of the patch, the date and time on which Saner CVEM detected the vulnerability, the date when the vendor released the patch for the asset, and whether a device reboot is needed after applying the patch. Under the Assets section, you can view the devices on which the patch will be applied. By default, the planned start date of the change request is set to the date and time when the change request is created, and the planned end date is set to 24 hours after its creation time. If you leave the plan start date and end date unchanged, a remediation job is created in Saner CVEM with the remediation schedule as immediate after a successful change request sync. However, if you want to schedule the change request for a later time, specify the desired date and time in the planned start date field and provide a corresponding end date and time in the planned end date field. Once you have specified the schedule as per your requirement, you must approve the change request. The change request is in a waiting approval state. Click Approvals to view the list of approvers who can approve the change request. Click Approve. The change request goes to pending release state. A remediation job is created in Saner CVEM with the remediation schedule as immediate after a successful change request sync. Once the remediation job is successfully executed in Saner CVEM, the change request in Freshservice is updated and automatically moves to closed state after a successful change request sync. You can find more details in the Impact section of the change request. Details such as the device name, overall status of the change request, the patch name applied, and the installed version of the patch are displayed in the Impact section.